All right, what's going on, guys? So today we're gonna do an early recap. I traded well, and then I didn't trade well. I gave away probably $300 of profit, so I had 300 or so on the day, I think, and then I went back down to red about 200, and then I said, okay, this is possible to get out of course. Just be smart and take good setups. So I took a really, really good setup on THST. It was a 5-minute setup here. I bought in pretty much at the bottom and sold close to the top, and then I scalped it a couple more times for a win of 807. So that brought me back up to like 500 on the day, and then I didn't reduce my risk on higher HYRE, and I brought my $300 loser down to a $471 loser on only 900 shares. So I guess I did reduce my risk, but it was a stupid trade. It was out of greed. So I guess the improvement there is that I cut it when I could. I mean, that drop happened almost instantly, but it went further down. So I'm glad that I cut it when I did, and that I only used 900 shares, because if I had used full size, I probably would have been closer to red on the day or something. But it's still kind of upsetting, I guess, but like that's fine. I'm still up. What is it here? I'm up $315 Canadian on the day. So again, I can't complain about that as long as I learn from it, and I'll show you guys exactly where I went wrong so that you can learn from it too. First trade I took here, where is it? HYRE. So I missed the first surge. I switched to it. I see, okay, what's going on with this stock? So I took a really, like an insanely quick trade for the break of $4. And then the second it broke, I was selling my shares for just a quick win. And I said, all right, that was kind of sketchy. I'm just going to sit back and just wait for a better setup. So I was waiting here for the 1-minute setup. So I buy in for the 1-minute setup over 388. I think I tried to take a starter here or something, and then I sold out. But then this was the actual setup. It was kind of a wedge, and also the 1-minute setup, the first candle to make a 1-minute candle to make a new high. So I thought we were going to make a move towards high of day. So I bought in here, and I sold out right away because I felt it was kind of heavy. And I felt that because this whole time there's a lot of people on the ask here, and I don't know, I wanted to lock in the profit sooner than later because I just didn't feel, based on the way the stock was reacting, maybe this whole way down actually too, that it pulled back too much and there was a lot of resistance on the upside. I wanted to sell it earlier than later. And then DCAR was frustrating. Maybe it's not a stock I would usually trade. I was trading for the breakout of 110 for the move up towards the daily level of 120 now, or 125. So I sold out on the way down. And I had a good trade again on HYRE. Another move for the break. Let me show you here. So I started with just 700 shares just to get a feel for this because I felt like it was going to break this kind of top here and move up towards high of day, because when I sold out of that last trade, it still consolidated here, so I still saw strength and the potential to make it to high of day. So I said, okay, for the move up towards high of day, I would take it, but I'm only going to take 700 to start. And then when I see strength, when I see it moving towards $4 there, I added to 1,500. So it broke, and then I took 1,000 off at 404. And then I dumped the rest at 404 on the bid because I missed the exit at 409 or 410, which was high of day. So again, see, I played that pretty well. I read it really well. All of that was good until I took, where is it, this stupid trade here on it. I missed my exit on it. I was, again, so it pulled back. It was curling back up again. And it looked like it was 100% going to go back to high of day. So I was in for that. I got in like 1 minute early, I think. But this was the move right here. There, I saw my target. I put my shares up just too late. And then not only that, I didn't bail out. So I should have bailed out right there. But I didn't bail out. I still haven't bailed out for some reason. I have way too much size for not bailing out. And then I was like, oh God. And then I say to myself, the lowest I'll let this go is the bottom of this candle. But this is looking like a kill candle. It's high volume. It's a high volume red candle after a rejection of high of day. So this is where shorts just pile in and they slam the bid. They take it as low as they can. They get longs as scared as possible to sell out. And unfortunately, on the way back down here, like I said, I had to get out towards 382. So 382, I got out, and then I took a big loss. So the lesson may have either have been to take less size for this, but I don't necessarily, maybe, but I think my biggest mistake was not selling out when it didn't work. So I not only missed the exit there for 10, I didn't put my shares up. I put them up too late. I should be bailing out right now. Bailing out for a break even at 398. Not just waiting. See, now I'm holding and hoping. That's where it turned from my strategy into more of a gambling kind of mindset. Now, it doesn't take much and it doesn't take long for that to happen, but I remember feeling that shift. So that was where my mistake was today, and I paid for it. I paid $300 for that loss. But I mean, it happens. So I see the 5-minute setup here forming on THST. I really like the way it looks. I know that these have been running recently, so I give myself, so I'm in at 270 average. I give myself like a 265, like the low of this candle, to kind of stop. So the most I'll lose is like $120, and then at that point I'd say, okay, I'm probably done for the day, because I'd be down $300 or something like that. I don't know how much I would be down. So I was waiting for this to resolve. I saw, where did I see the wedge here? So I drew the wedge, or the kind of trend line. So I knew that we would get a lot of resistance up towards $2.90 or $3. So that was my first target. So with a risk of about 5 cents and a target of about 30 cents, that's an amazing risk to reward. We saw a lot of resolution almost right away too. But I was waiting for my target. I was waiting there for 293. I took off most of it, and then I took the rest off at 296 because I saw, if you see here, right before I put my shares up, I saw, well, I didn't see this guy quite yet, but that's why I took the last 600 off. I saw this guy, 22,000 shares, 3,000 shares, 3,000 shares, another 20,000 shares, 1,000 shares. So just a lot of resistance, and I have a lot of shares myself, so I just want to get rid of those and then reevaluate after. And we're up towards this wedge. We're up towards, like, we just made a huge move, right? I'm up like 6 risk to reward on this trade, so I need to be starting to take at least some profits. And then I scalp it again here for the move over, back over $3. So that was good. I mean, I take some more profit off. Now the big secondary trade here was for the move over, yes, for this little breakout here of this wedge that I drew earlier. It respected that wedge pretty well, and then it kind of consolidated. Like, look at this bull flag. This is a perfect flag. So I bought in here at $3 as we were coming up. Where is it? So I thought we were going to break it right here. Right there, I thought we were going to break it. I was just a little bit early. Just a tiny bit early. I was never down that much money. I was only down $30, $40, $50. And then on the next candle is where it broke through. 305. Once 305 hits, it's game over. So there, I took a lot of my shares off at 314 or 313. I have 500 left, and I think I sell them up here towards 314, 317. So $800 on that trade. So at that point, I was up, I think, $400, 450 or something. And then I got greedy. You know, I got greedy. I saw this dump on THST. Look how fast this happened too. This would have been really shit to be a part of. So just dumps like 30, 40 cents right away, and it keeps going too. It keeps going all the way down. Oh, that's nasty. So then I kind of saw the same curling setup on HYRE, and I was getting a little greedy. I think I was getting greedy, at least. I'm not sure if this was necessarily in my plan or out of my plan. Maybe this loss would have been the acceptable loss, and then this loss before that I just talked about would be the unacceptable loss, where I didn't bail out where I should have. But maybe this one was actually okay, because I was buying for this kind of breakout here after we started curling up again, and usually, or sometimes, these do work out. And this did just work out on THST, except I guess the better entry would have been down here. But again, I don't know. It dropped here. I only took 900 shares. It dropped here, and that bid of 15. Oh yeah, he just disappeared. So, oh no, he got sold into. Okay, so I don't know. The shorts again attacked this one. It had that nasty little dump, and I say at this point, well, what can I do? Now, what I would normally do in this situation, and again, I'm happy that I didn't do this, is I would add, because I'm upset, I'm emotional. I'm pissed off that the market's taking my money from me. So what I would normally do is I would add down here. I would say, okay, let's lower my average. And that is like one of the cardinal sins of trading. What you have to do is just take the loss. Do not average down. So now that I'm watching this, actually, I'm a lot happier with the way I played this, because that's what I would normally do before, and I would turn a green day into a red day. So I turned a bigger green day into a slightly less big green day. You can see here my realized P&L. I'm not lying to you guys. $315. So I'm going to be happy with that. I'm going to take a step back from the computer. I know it's only been an hour since market open. I don't even think there's been anything else that's moving. Yeah, I knew that I broke that rule, especially this one right here. So I just kind of took a step back after that, and I started recording pretty much right after this trade at whatever time that was, 10:08. So that's fine. I missed SYN, and I don't really care about that. So I'm going to write in my spreadsheet today something about where do I improve? So I need to improve on stopping out on stuff that doesn't work after it hits my target, because this was clearly a scalp. You can see my entry was way higher than it should have been, whereas like the better entry might have been closer down in this area, obviously. So I missed my exit, and then I held. I hoped and I held. So that's a big reason for a lot of people's losers. They don't cut them early, and I mean, I still cut this early, technically. This is all the way down at 353, and I cut it at 382. So it's good, but I had plenty of opportunity, and I saw the opportunity, and I didn't take it because I was greedy. And then I'm not sure I feel as bad about this trade, but because I took less size, and I was willing to lose a little bit of money for the potential to gain. So I guess I just have to live with the fact that I'm down, or that I'm only up 300 instead of 400 or whatever it was. So that said, I hope you guys learned something from that. I was going to ask you, please subscribe here to my YouTube channel. We're almost at 500. I'm going to live stream this at 500. I don't know why I'm so nervous. I'm not even nervous. It's just kind of weird doing them, but I'll do it. At 500 subscribers, we're going to do a live stream, so please smash that subscribe button. Leave a comment down there if you have any questions, comments. I get back to every single person. So with that, we'll see you tomorrow.